Hi, my name is Tyler and I'm with the Florida Fencing Academy, and this is our tip of the week. Today's tip is going to be on practicing the three main touches in saber fencing. Okay, if you're practicing at home, one of the things that you can do is practice on a tree or a pole. If you're going to practice on a tree, one of the things you can do is take an old towel and wrap duct tape around it so you don't injure the tree or your blade. So let's get started. The first thing that you want to do when you're practicing your three touches is make sure that you're at what's called the maximum scoring distance. You're the furthest away from your opponent or the target as you can be and still be touching. Okay? It's not helpful to practice your touches in here where you're really close to your target or your opponent. This is not accurate fencing and it won't help you learn your maximum scoring distance. You really want to get to know and be comfortable with how your maximum scoring distance, the furthest possible away from your opponent you can be and still score a touch. It's a really important distance for you to learn, and you should get comfortable with it. Alright, so in saber fencing there's three main cuts. You've got your head touch, your flank touch, and your belly touch. Now, I see this problem a lot in a lot of beginning fencers, and that's when they're pulling their arm back to make the touches and cutting in like that. Now there's a big problem with this. And the first problem is when you pull your arm back like this, you're opening up your arm and making it very vulnerable to stop cuts and counterattacks. The second reason is when you pull your arm back like this, you're telegraphing, you're letting your opponent know where you're going to cut before that you even make the cut. So it's very easy for them to read that, make a pair of repos, and you'll be out of a touch. And the third reason is when you pull your arm back and cut in, it's slower and you hit harder. So you may get some complaints from your opponents about, you're kind of hitting hard, lighten up. So the proper way to practice your touches, the proper way to score the three main touches in saber is your arm should go directly to the center of your opponent's body in all three touches. You see how my arm is going directly straight in. It's not coming up and then out. It's going from the unguarded position right here directly straight into my opponent's body. Okay? So, with all three touches, my arm does that. It extends straight in. The only thing that changes between the three touches is the rotation of my wrist. If I want to make a flank touch, I'm going to turn my wrist this way and squeeze with my fingers to make the touch. So, full speed, it looks like this. Alright? And the same thing with belly. If I'm going to make a belly touch, my arm goes directly into the center of my opponent's body, my wrist turns, fingers facing up, and then I squeeze to make the touch. Good. So that's the head touch, the flank touch, and the belly touch, all from the arm going directly straight to the center of your opponent's body. Now this makes it very hard for your opponent to read where you're going to cut, and it also protects you from stop cuts and counterattacks because your guard, your bell guard, is covering your arm. You're not showing them all this open target. Well, that was our tip of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like us on Facebook and check us out online at www.floridafencingacademy.com. Thanks.